Hello and welcome to episode 27 of Minecraft Survival with NuttyChef. Last episode we did some end city raiding and got ourselves an elytra and some shulker boxes, and so what I'm doing now is I'm trying to get a mending villager over here, and I've got this guy here. I've gone through a fair few of them already. I just needed to grab some books to trade with him, see if he's got mending. So let's do that now. Wait, where was it? Oh, 64 emeralds for Bane of Arthropods. Oh well, I've got plenty of emeralds. That's a lot though, for one book. For a Bane of Arthropods book. You'd better have mending, buddy. Come on, baby. What's next? Let's give him 4 of these for a bookshelf. And what I was thinking was... Where are we? Oh, that's a good glass trade. 1 emerald for 5 glass. Sweet. What I was thinking was we should extend this glass bit, because right now they're stuck on two blocks. So one problem with that is they're dying from suffocation because there's too many in there. So we can only have like a couple of a certain amount before they start dying. So if we make this whole bit bigger, we can have more in there to sift through. Every time, if I AFK overnight, we can have more in there to sift through. And also, if we make it like a square, we can have the water going diagonal to the corner, which will make it easier for the minecart to pick them up through that corner, I think. Okay, so let's see if he's got anything good. Respiration 3. Let's buy another glass off him. Hopefully he unlocks again. Probably not. Oh, yep. What's your last one, buddy? Respiration 2. Okay, so he's not too good. We'll kill him. So what I'll do is I don't think there's any more librarians in there. All the other white coats were cartographers. So what I'll do is I'll just kill all these guys. And I'll make this a little bit bigger. Alright, so that didn't take long. I just made it a bit bigger. Oh, who's dying? What have I done? Maybe some of the babies do die down the bottom there. But that's okay. This should work, because all I changed was up here. So I put the water in that back corner. So there's like a 2x8 area now, instead of just a 1x2 area. So we should be able to keep a lot more villagers in there now, and they'll all get pushed down to this corner. So our minecart will be able to pick them up easier. So I'll AFK over there overnight, over here. And hopefully we can get a mending villager soon. And an unbreaking 3, so we can start using our elytra. I don't really want to use it until I've got that on there. But that's not what I wanted to do this episode. So this episode, I said I was going to start a big project. And I want to build a mob farm. And I've got a pretty cool design I've been working on in my test world. But I need a lot of slime blocks for it. So I want to build a slime farm first. So I've started work on that. Let's just get out of here. Let's patch this up so no zombies get in here. Get out of my way, sir. Okay. So I started work on that. I've used that Amidst program again. And I'll put another link in the description for that. And what it can show you is a map of your world and it can also show you where the slime chunks are. So if you go into it, the slime chunks will come up purple, so you can just hover your mouse over a slime chunk you like the look of and take a screenshot of the coordinates and go into your world, go to those coordinates, which I've marked out over here. It's near the crypt. I'll just go out there and show you. I marked it out with torches. A lot of you probably already know how to do this, but I guess I'll show you anyway, just in case some people don't know. So, over here. So, this torch is the exact coordinates of where I was hovering my mouse over in the Amidst program on the map. So minus 617 and the Z axis is 1208. So this is like right in the middle of a slime chunk. And what I did was I just counted out from here. If you look at the XYZ coordinates and then you go down to, it says chunk and it says 6, 10, 8. So if I keep walking this way, like 1, 2, see that 6 turns into a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and then this is the next chunk. So right now we're still in this 0, we're still in this chunk. So now we walk this way and that 6 will start moving. See how it turns into a 7? So we go this way until it goes to 15, which is here where I've marked with a torch, and then the next block is the start of the next chunk. So this is the corner of this. See, the 0 turns into a 15 when we go there, and the 15 turns into a 0 when we go there. So this is the corner of this chunk. So you just keep doing that. See the numbers climbing up, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, here we go, and then that would be the next chunk there. So this is the corner, and then down here is the corner of it as well, and then there's a corner over here, and that's where I dug down. I should probably fill that in with something. Let's just grab this so we don't fall down. So that's how you mark out the chunk. And slimes only spawn below Y level 40. I think it's 39 they spawn on and below. So I went underneath the ground, I got my beacon and I put it over here. I put it all the way down at the bottom, like Y equals 12 or something. And then so that I could have the beacon effect to dig out this hole. And yeah, I just probably took about an hour and I just dug this whole thing out. Look at this. So this is where our slime farm's going to go. We've got plenty of stuff from it. There's plenty of iron in here, so that's cool. We can smelt that up. And yeah, so now we've just got to start building up the layers of the slime farm. And what I did actually was I dug out the chunk that I marked out at the top. I marked it out underground as well, and 3 blocks on every side, so that when we build the layers of the farm, the slimes will have like a 3-block gap down every side to jump off and fall down the bottom. And down the bottom we're going to have just a big water channel, all channeling into one single point, probably there, where we're going to have just a few cactuses and some hoppers to pick up the loot. So it's pretty simple. The hardest part is like the digging, basically. But if you've got haste 2 and a efficiency 5 pick, it doesn't take too long. And so yeah, I think I'll do the water at the bottom first, and then I'll start doing the the layers. So I'll meet you down the bottom to start doing the water. Actually, let me show you the shulker boxes that we got. So I dyed them different colors. We got 5 all together and one shulker shell left over. So I sort of dyed them different colors. So we've got, and I named them too. So we've got white, which I called ore, so we can take that mining with us and have extra room to carry more stuff. Got orange for wood. I still have to put stuff in here. Let's put some, let's just put all this wood in here. And this will make it so much easier for us if we just put these in our ender chest. Got brown for dirt, so let's put some dirt in there. Dirt's always handy. And hopefully we can get more shulker boxes soon. Red for redstone. So let's grab all our important redstone, like comparators, repeaters, torches, hoppers, tripwire hook, buttons, levers, and some actual redstone up here. And I'll put these slime in there too. We don't have any pistons. Got to go mining for some more iron. I want to make a rail like shulker box as well, but I need more shulker boxes. We'll put one minecart in there. That's cool. And that, and that. Okay. And a stone one too. So I want to put some cobble, because cobble does come in handy, and the rest can be smooth stone. And cool as. So now we've got a whole bunch of stuff which you always need, and we can just put it straight in our ender chest and carry it around with us, because I've got one ender chest on me. Let's put these shears away somewhere. Need more storage. Okay, so I just need to find another bucket, and then we can go down into the slime farm and begin the water canal thing at the bottom there. Alrighty, got myself a bucket. Here we go. So this slime farm is a really simple design. It's not like probably the most efficient, but all the slime farms I've made, like, you end up with so many slime balls, you're never gonna use them all anyway. Like, I think we'll have plenty enough with what we build here. So basically, and I hope this still works because it's 1.12 now. I saw an Il Mango one on YouTube not too long ago, which had like iron golems, and that attracted the slimes. I don't know if you need that or not, but hopefully not, because otherwise I'll have to put them in. But I'm pretty sure it'll still work like this. So let's I think we only need like 2 buckets of water, like that, and then where it meets the edge of the water here, you just take out like this. Let's fill that back in. Actually, we'll have to take that out. Then we'll take this whole layer out. And then, yeah, the 2 buckets of water, I think, will be all we'll need for the water to flow down. It'll all flow down. It'll come this way. It'll hit these corners, but we'll be further down by then. And it'll just flow this way anyway, towards a center point here, where we'll have our cactuses. So it shouldn't be too hard. Let's just clear the rest of this junk out. We just have to clear each layer, let the water fall down, show you what I mean in a second. Clear a bit more of this away. That beacon's really helpful for these situations. And then, yes, let's actually keep a torch in our hand so we've got a bit of light. So then we just take one block away here, like that. Oh, see, we took two away there. Let's put one back. Took two there. Oh, my pickaxe is too fast. Okay. And then see how the water sort of comes down on the same pattern. So then we just dig down another layer there. And I haven't seen any slimes spawn down here. I sort of waited up there for a little while and so I was far enough away from the floor. And I was looking down and I was like, oh, I don't see any slimes spawning. It's like, is this a proper slime chunk? Who knows? Hopefully it is. So otherwise I'll have to find another one. It should be. It should be. Okay, so then we just go down again. Oops, one too many. And yeah, this mob farm's pretty cool. The idea I came up with. It's so simple. Probably someone else has come up with it, but I haven't seen anything like it. It seems like they would have though. It's pretty simple. It's like it's not like the water ones where you have dispensers or pistons holding back water and then you sort of flush the mobs off with water. It's like a piston one where the pistons push off the mobs, except I just use slime blocks. So you only need one piston for 9 blocks. So instead of using a butt ton of pistons, you only have to use one piston per 9 slime blocks. So you get a lot more spawning spaces for each piston. So that should be cool. And it also pushes the mobs. It sort of pushes them a bit further. Instead of just straight off the edge, they sort of get bounced a little bit further off the edge. So you can push them off the edge and then I'm going to have glass that they're going to hit and then they're going to fall straight down the glass. So we might not have to have a drop shoot because once they hit that glass, they're going to be falling straight down, I reckon. So we won't have to have a drop shoot, and we'll only have to have a thin line or circle of hoppers. We won't have to have a whole pad of hoppers. Hopefully, if it works like that, it looks like it will. I don't want to show you yet because we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. I won't take you to the test world yet because we've still got to build this whole slime farm and get a whole bunch of slime blocks before we can build it. And I want to use a whole bunch of terracotta as well because we need a block that's not gonna stick to the slime blocks. But yeah, it should be cool. I'm gonna build it out in the ocean. Oh, am I doing this right? Oops. Oh, this pickaxe is so fast. And that should be fine. Is it the same over here? Yeah. Pretty sure we've got it all correct. Looks all lined up. And where do we come to? Here. So here is where I'll put the cactuses. So unfortunately it's a too wide, the center is 2 blocks, not 1 block. So we're gonna have to, our cactuses won't be even Like we'll have one like there. We can have one there, but we can't have one like, and then we can have one there, but we can't have one there. So, and then we can put, so we put one there, but then we can't have one there. So we'll have to figure out how we're going to do that. So I'll go grab some cactuses and I'll come back and we'll figure it out. Alrighty, got the cactuses, got the sand, and I have the hoppers in my redstone box. Let's just grab those. Here they are. Let's get rid of some of this crap actually. I'll put it in my white shulker box, I guess. Let's get rid of all this, that. Let's put this back in here and that back in there and grab that. Okay. So all this water is pushing into this center. So that's all good. So now we're going to need to put the sand and the cactuses, and we're going to have to figure out how we're going to do this. So let's just dig out all this. Okay. Okay, let's just go like this, and let's just, why can't I place, oh, because there's a, okay, alrighty, oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, there we go. Okay, 1 cactus, 2 cactus, 3. And then we can't put one there. Like, but there's no water there, so it's going to be annoying. I mean, to have one, we might just have to have it like, maybe we just put one like here instead. But then the water doesn't go up to it, does it? Okay, so maybe what we do is actually get rid of all these. Maybe we have them actually in the first line of water. So let's get rid of this. It's a lot more tedious than I expected. So let's actually start it like this. Let's get our sand back. Put it in there, there, and there. So that's going to be, so the water's going to be touching that, so the slimes will go right up against the cactus. And the water's really hard to see with these shaders as well. You can see it from this angle a bit better. So we can't have one there, but we can have one there. So let's take out that block and have a cactus there. And then we can put one there, there, and there. There we go. Perfect. And they'll grow. Put some more on now, I guess. Perfect. Okay. And now we just have to put our hoppers. So yeah, like I said, like even though the center of the farm is actually an even number, our cactuses are going to be a bit off center. They're going to be an odd number, but that's okay. I don't plan on this farm being visible from the outside in any way. It's just going to be completely covered. So I'm not even going to, I don't think I'll even bother doing the walls because we'll never see inside here. I'm just going to have, I think, a collection area just behind here where the cactuses are, and a tunnel leading, maybe even leading and connecting to our tunnel that goes to our death counter, which should be like just up there somewhere. And we can just tunnel up and connect to that, and then we can just come down and just have a chest area, collection area of slime balls, which we can just pick up. And yeah, we'll never see any of this, we'll just know that it's working in the background. So let's get these hoppers in. Be very careful. We should have enough. What have I got, like 33? That should be plenty. Sometimes I wish this beacon wasn't activated. Okay, so let's take it in. There's fine. So we'll just go like that, like that, like that, like that. All the way along. They'll all point in that one direction. All the way back here. And that should be fine. So let's fix up this hole here. So we'll dig back here. And we'll take this hopper into some chests. For now, actually we may as well just dig out a little room that we can come down to. Ugh. To block off that water so it doesn't annoy us. Somehow, there's a cactus there, so we can't place a block there. That's interesting. We can place a block there. There we go. Okay, so we'll just make a little room back here. Plenty of iron here too. I'll come and fix this up later. I'm not going to bore you with all this digging, and we'll just put a chest. Ugh. Ghost blocks. I'm completely surrounded by them. I'll come in here and I'll put a chest in here with some hoppers, and I'll show you that later. But yeah, I'll get this first platform in, and then we can go from there. I'll get the first one in and I'll show you where I'm going to put it. I'm going to put it probably, because when the slimes are on this top level, they need to be able to get underneath the platform. And I think I'm going to make the platforms out of slabs, and they'll be on the top there. So they'll be the top slab of this block, the first layer. So I'll get that in and I'll show you, and then I'll finish all of them off and we'll come back. Okay, so the first layer is in. I'll just show you what I did. So where are we? Right here where the water is the highest. Just went up, like I said. So it's 2.5 blocks. 1, 2, and then there. So there's 2.5 blocks of gap of airspace, and that's going to be the same for every layer. So the next layer will begin 2.5 blocks as well. So always a top slab, so the slimes can spawn on it. So let's go up there, and I'm just going to light it up with torches. You can use jack-o'-lanterns and stuff like that. Glowstone, mobstone spawn on glowstone because it's a transparent block, I think. So you can't use that. But I think mobs can still spawn on torches if there's a torch there. And either way, like, there's still plenty of spawning spaces. I'm not too worried, even if the torches do block that. But yeah, you definitely have to light it up because hostile mobs will spawn on here. If you leave it dark. But even though slimes are a hostile mob, they can still spawn in the light. So by lighting it up, the slimes can spawn, but nothing else. So you just get slimes from this farm, and they should just jump and jump and jump and just jump off the edge and it'll all be fine. So the next layer will start, where are we? And yeah, put a 3-block gap all the way around as a 3-block gap. So the next layer will start, so there's 1, 2, and the next layer will start there. Right there. So I will continue going up, see how many layers we'll get, and I'll be back when it's all done. And we'll see if we actually get any slimes, because so far we haven't got any. I'll just do a quick test up here and see if any spawn. I'll let you know what happens. Okay, so I'm starting to get a little bit worried here, because the whole time I was building it I didn't see any slimes at all. And I've been waiting here a little bit, like not too long, and I checked the hopper, and there's no slimes in it, no slime balls. So hopefully we haven't built it in the wrong place. Hopefully my Amidst program is telling me the truth. I guess the only thing we can do now is continue building the whole thing, and hoping that with more levels it will have more chance of spawning a slime. It could just be that none are spawning because it's not just we're not getting lucky. So I will continue with this, and hopefully, crossing fingers, it's all good. See you in a sec. Have you ever had that feeling where you've done a whole lot of work for nothing? Well, I haven't, because it works. It's all good. I AFK'd here overnight and all day because I was at work, and we've got slime balls, so it's all working. And I've been seeing slimes spawning in here and dropping down. I think I can hear one now. Look at that. Come on, darling. And yeah, so it's all sweet. It's not the fastest farm, but I think we'll get enough out of it. So this is after all night and all day. I don't know how many hours, but yeah. So that's like what, 5 stacks of slime blocks, which is what we need for the mob farm. So that's excellent. So it's all working. So all I have to do now, I think I will do the walls and stuff. I can't just leave it like this. Got to make it all pretty and stuff. And I'll do a cool room down here. Maybe I'll even do like a whole, like this wall, and have a big glass panel so that we can look in and view the farm. Because the light level doesn't matter. Like with a mob farm, you'd have to keep it all dark in here, but because the light level doesn't matter, we could have a big glass window, and the light shining through the window wouldn't affect it. So that'll be sweet, and we can look through there and look into the farm. But yeah, don't worry, there is some bad news, because while I was AFK, there must have been a storm, and there must have been lightning. So unfortunately it hit one of our buildings, which I should have known. Whenever there's a storm, I try and go to sleep straight away so that no lightning damages my buildings. But so yeah, I should have known. I should have thought about that. So yeah, note to self, don't AFK. I was just AFK up here in that little cocoon up there above the farm. But yeah, it hit our building here. This part's okay, but look over here our whole tree's gone, just the glowstones left in there. And a lot of the roof, like half the roof is gone. A whole bunch of the structure blocks, the logs, it's all gone. Look at that. Oh, so I've got to rebuild all of that. None of the tracks or anything were affected. They don't burn up, I think, but yeah, so I've got to replace all of this roof and all these logs and stuff, and some of my little sun cloths, shade cloths down on that side got burnt up, and so, but I was kind of having second thoughts about having that tree in the middle. I was thinking I was going to remove it anyway, because it was just too small and squished in there to have a tree in there, I reckon. So yeah, still, it's a bit unfortunate. But yeah, but our slime farm's working, so we're one step closer to building our mob farm. But I do want to use terracotta blocks for my mob farm. I was going to use melons, because we need something that's not going to stick to the slime blocks. And melons don't stick to the slime blocks. But Enderman, I'm pretty sure, can actually pick up melons. And our farm is going to it's going to be able to produce Enderman. So I'm worried that they would just pick up the melons and break the farm. So we can't use melons. So yeah, terracotta is the way to go, I think. But I don't want to collect all the clay out of the rivers. So I think next episode we'll go to the mesa, and then we can just collect a whole crap ton of hardened clay from there, and that'll be way easier to make terracotta out of that. But I think that's going to be it for today, guys. Thanks again for watching. If you liked it, leave a like, and even subscribe if you really liked it. And I'll see you in the next episode.